Yo guys, welcome guys back to another Beat Face F1 video, and thank you guys. I'm really happy. Thank you guys for 24,000 views on the channel in total, 24 plus as well, like 24 and some other numbers. But thank you guys just for reaching this milestone 24,000. And today we're on F1 2012. I think this is my first F1 2012 video, and you can see the teams is Naran Karthikeyan, one of the Indian Formula 1 drivers for HRT back in 2012. Uh, okay driver, not the best. And as you can see, a lot of teams. You can see Lotus and McLaren, Mercedes as well. You can see Lotus, like it's not a team anymore. You have Sauber as well, Caterham as well. You can see Paul Gerstein, Hulkenberg. Let's just shoot Hulkenberg and do a 3-lap race. I mean, actually a 5-lap race. And let's just do the Indian Grand Prix because it's my home track, and why not? And because India is not there in the calendar anymore, it's on any of the new F1 games. So why not do it on F1 2012? So let's just get on to it now. As you can see, I've played this game before a lot of times. It's one of my favorites. So now we're there right now in the car. As you can see, you can turn around with the keys. I'm using a steering wheel for this, for driving, because why not? I'm allowed to use it. And you can see option, prime, intermediate, and vet. Option and prime are what the tires were called back then. Intermediate and vets are the same now. So let's just go into the track. And okay, that was so yeah, like I think we're gonna be an option tires to start. Just saying these words are just so amazing. Like it feels so good. Like the option and prime tires. It's now called soft, medium, and hard. Medium and hard. Yeah. And you can see this amazing Force India car with the Indian flag on it at the Indian Grand Prix. And we are almost out there. And listen to that sound. You can hear all the other cars revving, and other than that, it's lights out in the way we go in India. And we're behind Kobayashi in the south there, and we have field two of Dirista, Paul Dirista, who's now F1 commentator for Sky Sports TV, and Pastor Maldonado in the Williams ahead. Felipe Massa was back in the rally back then. Kobayashi, the other Japanese driver. Now we have Sonoda as a Japanese driver in Formula 1. And we're past about two cars there, Maldonado and Kobayashi, and the Ferrari is going really wide. Massa, and if you join the track, you see Mark Webber in the Red Bull ahead of us in P9. I'm pretty sure Mark Webber should be at least in the top 5, even though he is a number 2 driver, even back then, if you didn't know that. But now we're gaining on him a little bit, but I don't think we'll be able to get past him because posting this one, but we do get past him, and we get past the Lotus of Romain Grosjean and Michael Schumacher in the Mercedes now, behind Jenson Button there. Remember Michael Schumacher in the Mercedes, we're going to get past Schumacher here through this corner. So we're ahead of Schumacher on lap 1. How much position? We're up to P6 on the start. I think one of my best starts. We have a yellow flag in the back. And Grosjean, who was back in Lotus, so back then he was actually in contention for race wins and podiums. And he's behind us in P7, Romain Grosjean, who's now in IndyCar in 2021 and 2022. He crashed out from the Indy 500. But he was really close to winning races. Oh, and you're going to be wide through that. I think we're going to lose the position to Grosjean and the French driver. We're going to fight this one, but we can't. And we go losing even more on the shift. Massa gets past us, and Alonso is now right behind us. So we're going to have to hold Alonso up mainly. So I shouldn't be making any more mistakes. P8 is still a good position for Force India back then. And remember, Hulkenberg was in the intention to get the race win in Brazil until he crashed Hamilton while trying to lap cars in the red. But now Alonso, we are holding up Fernando Alonso just behind us. Massa ahead of us. The Brazilian driver in Ferrari. His last season was with Williams in 2017. He was supposed to not be in a full back then. And he was supposed to retire in 2016 itself, but since Bottas from Williams to Mercedes, he had to stay one more year. But now Alonso has the sifting on us. I'm going to try to be defensive, but Alonso gets ahead of us in the more straight line for the Ferrari. But we just do a big lunge down inside and we take the position back from Fernando Alonso there. Amazing battle going on here with Fernando Alonso, and Alonso's going to fight us again through this corner. This is one of the hardest corners on the track. As you can see, I've gone a bit wide. You can see my tires, and I've just gone a bit off the track there. Cut the chicane, to be honest with you, but we haven't gained any time. So that's why we haven't got a penalty or a warning yet. And how we are driving this is just amazing. There's a lot of understeer, and the steering lock I'm using is 580, I believe, 580 degrees. Like I use it because it's more comfortable to me and it's really realistic setting. And also I use 580 steering lock only for Monaco, I believe. But other than talking about steering wheel locks and everything, Alonso is right behind us. It was marvelous team here. F1 2012. It's now 2022. It's been 10 years since 2012 as well. And Maldonado won in Spain, and Alonso could have used it with us to turn one, but we just gonna break a bit early there. Also, there were 7 different race winners, I think, in the first 7 races, so that was really interesting. Vettel obviously emerged as champion in 2012, and he's the 4th-time world champion now. But now look at this, Alonso. And even back then, it was Ferrari with Red Bull, but Ferrari wasn't this bad. But we just defend. We were weaving. Back then, weaving was a really common thing to see, so why not just try doing it? And we just stay ahead of Alonso, just defending his position. And now there is Alonso behind us, trying to look at me, so you can see the arrow mark. He's not able to do his lap 3 out of lap 5. This is an extremely quick car, Force India back then, held by Wilj Malaya, who's now not anymore. He was also, I think, he also was the one who brought in Kingfisher Airlines. But other than that, it's now basically an entrant. Aston Martin as it now, with Vettel and Stroll racing for it. So this very team we're racing now, the current champion will be racing for two. It's a bit weird, iconic. 2013 Hamilton social media. But look at this, Alonso ran outside of us, and we're just going to defend this, just put it up there. Vettel with the fast lap, 1 minute 29. Our car doesn't have the pace to do it. Look it up, look at that. The cars behind us are gaining so much on Alonso. My main goal is to finish in the top 8, but at least top 10 would be good enough right now. Because we lost position, we're making a mistake. We could have finished P6, that would be a good position, but I made a mistake. Because my defending skills are really good, and with the car we're in, I really like my skills are really good. But now look at this, Alonso when he gained on us, and we will not just defend his position. And you can see Fernando Alonso who defended Hamilton, Kamo Kobayashi and Sauber behind us now. Ahead of Fernando Alonso, faster Maldonado, the Bavarian, coming right behind us, and that's one-time race winner in Spain in 2012. And the Williams driver is right now 558 with us. He's overtaking Fernando Alonso. He's overtaking the Ferrari, who was a contention for the championship until Brazil. Like in Brazil, he could have won it, but Vettel was just too good. And if Paul de Rissa did not crash, Alonso would have been champion. So it's right now, Paul de Rissa's fault for winning. I'm really happy Vettel won, because he deserved the championship. But look at that, Maldonado and Alonso, I think they fought each other for this Spanish Grand Prix in 2012 for the win. I think Alonso should be ahead of Maldonado anytime now, because Maldonado is not going to defend. The AI back in 2012 is not really good at defending. They were good at attacking, but we broke really early. Into this corner now. Imagine if esports were there back in 2012. That would be really good, and I would already got some racing. It would have been even better now. We had some esports then, but no matter, and other than that, sim racing now got extremely realistic, like as close to real life. How technology advanced, and you're on the final lap of this 24K special video at the Indian Grand Prix with the force entertainment Nico Hulkenberg. All this stuff. Oh, look at that Maldonado on us, and he's not gonna get the speed, but he has the speed. What is going on? Alonso gets past Maldonado. What's a move from Alonso around the outside on the main straight with a better slipstream, obviously, in DRS. That's when DRS first came from the 1 in 2012. Rather than that, you can see that main pit rolling right there. And we're really close to the checkered flag. We just need to get this. We've finally gone to our corner perfectly instead of making a mistake through there. I like to here. We are just about to finish this lap. You can see this was my favorite corner. Like it's a tiny little bit of a bank, or really a bank. Hamilton will win for McLaren, and it's in real life it was Vettel winning all of the Indian Grand Prix from 2011 to 2013. In 2013, Vettel won a championship race. So That's why this Indian Cup is really special to me. Like, it's also my home base, Singapore, and this is my home base. And we are about to get to the final corner of this game. And of the Indian Grand Prix, we're going to just hold up Fernando Alonso to just get P8 ahead of Alonso. You can see what a finish. We've gained 6 positions faster than 133.850. And we're P8. What a race that was. And Rosberg P2 in the Mercedes, Vettel P3, Button P5, Raikkonen Lotus P6, Massa P7, the Ferrari, Hulkenberg Alonso behind me, Kobayashi, and Bruno Senna. Yeah. Mark Webber behind P15. Michael Schumacher in the Mercedes, I think he's only spotted Kartikeya in 23 in his own race as well, and Ricardo P4, 24 because he made a DNF. Yeah, this is just a replay shots and everything like that. You can see how good the 2012 cars look. And you can see that Mercedes, just look at that, like how these cars just go off, like it's just amazing. Like they look amazing with that step, nose. Imagine these cars with the halo and a bit more better safety survival sound, that would be really good. And look at that, Toro also there in the KTM in the back as well. This is me. You can see Kingfisher. See what I'm saying? And we go down the inside here, as you can see, of Massa, I think. Maldonado in the back there. And Massa just goes, I think goes a bit wide here. Yeah, he went on the gravel here. And I think this would be a perfect thumbnail for me actually. Why not use this as a thumbnail, just edit this later on, but that. Yeah guys, what's a race? Hope you enjoyed the Big Race F1 video. If you did, leave a like, below, subscribe. Thanks for watching Big Race F1 video. I'll see you in the next Big Race F1 video. Thanks for watching Big Race F1 video.